Hello everybody, today I'm here with another Disney Heroes Battle Mode hero concept, and today I've created Anne Boonchoy from Amphibia, the second one from that series actually, that I've created. So let's take a closer look at Anne and I'll describe a little bit about her. So I'm pretty happy with the overall design that I created for her. She actually does have a little shading on her, especially in the hair already, in her like regular design, which I didn't really realize at first, but yeah, our hair is super complex, but it was kind of fun to shade and put the lighting on. And I had a lot of fun making her as well. I also really enjoyed making Sprig too, so I don't know, maybe I'll continue to make Amphibia characters after this one. I would love to make like Sasha as well. But I chose the main design from like season 1. I know she gets a few different designs in season 2 and season 3, but I felt like this was the most iconic look for her with just her school uniform. And then obviously the leaves and stick in her hair feel pretty iconic too. She would probably be the first character to add like before Sprig, I would imagine. So I think she definitely deserves her spot, especially if Amphibia is going to get a character, then of course it really should be Anne. And she just has a really fun design, and her character's really great. I love Amphibia. The third season, not so much, but I really like the second season. I had a lot of fun watching that. And I am, like I said, I would be open to do more of the Amphibia characters. So let me know which other ones you'd want to see. Alright, I think I said everything I wanted to say. Let's get into some of the skills I thought of. So I think the most obvious one would just be having her with her sword. I also would love her to have her her tennis racket, because there aren't really any characters that have a tennis racket in their moveset. So even to fight with one would be fun. But I have a skill later that incorporates it. But I've got this fight scene here where she pretty heavily uses her sword. So she clearly could do a lot with it. But there are a lot of sword wielding characters in the game already. And it is a little easy to just say, well, here's her sword. But she really does wield her sword quite a bit, especially in the big action scenes. So it makes sense for her to have that as like her main weapon. But like I said, I'd like to see the tennis racket too. That'd be really cool. Again, if we added Sasha to the game, this would be pretty perfect here. And she'd obviously have her red sword to counter Anne's. Alright, so the next skill I thought of was, I think it's pretty obvious, when she gets her blue calamity powers. Maybe this acts as like a passive or active one. When she's passive, she's just in a regular form, and when it's active, then she gets to this calamity form. Maybe after she's done using it, she gets tired and has to, like, she sort of stuns herself in a way where she takes a break before attacking again. Just a few different ideas based on the actual like way that her powers work in the show. But she goes pretty crazy here. I don't know what the attacks they would choose to give her, because she can pretty much do anything. She flies around. She has really powerful punches, it seems like, so that would probably be a good one to incorporate too. But yeah, I would love to see Calamity Anne get in it, because it's kind of an anime thing, I guess, but it's a pretty cool transformation, I think. The next skill I thought of was, again, I was talking about the tennis racket earlier. In this clip, she uses it to kind of volley with the robot frog, but they could just use it as an attack. I just wanted an animation of her using the tennis racket, and whichever way they chose to do it would be fine. I think her like hitting a ball at an enemy, I think, would work just fine too. But I also just think it'd be cool to have her attack with the tennis racket, because we don't have any characters that have that as a main weapon, so it would be cool to see. It's pretty iconic, I feel like. And then I think this might be the final one I thought of, was this dance from season 1. I remember watching this episode and thinking just how strange it is. So I would imagine it would probably have some sort of status effect. I don't know if it would go against, I guess it would probably go against the enemy, right? Since in this clip, she's mainly doing it just to go towards the enemy. It could be like charming them or something, but it doesn't really have that effect. I don't know. Because like I was gonna, like defense down doesn't really make sense, or attack down doesn't really make sense. But it really like calms Anne down and gives her like, makes her like sharp in a way. So maybe it gives you like a critical attack up or something. I don't know. But I think it'd be fun to incorporate this in some way. I was trying to think of one that wasn't actually an attack, and I thought this one would be pretty perfect for that. And then for the friendships, shoot, I forgot to do this beforehand. Well, this is the unique opportunity where we can say, you know, should you have a friendship with Sprig, which makes a lot of sense. Are there any other frogs in the game? Maybe like Dr. Facilier she could have a friendship with, because she could be like angry that he turns people into frogs sometimes. But maybe she would like that. I don't know. But I'd be curious to see them interact, actually. And then maybe someone who is like a similar kind of protagonist, like Kim Possible, I guess. That's kind of an easy one, though. But these are just off the top of my head. I bet you guys could come up with a lot better of a friendship. I also don't have the people that suggested this one up. I apologize. But I know people have suggested it. If you say it again in the comments, I'll maybe heart them. So let me know if you suggested this one to me and you want to be credited for it. But I had a lot of fun creating Anne. I think she turned out really good. And I hope you like some of the skills I came up with. If you have any other ideas for skills, you can let me know. And if you have any other ideas for hero concepts that you'd like to see me create, I'd love to hear that too. We've already made like, what, 4 of these now in season 2, quote unquote season 2. I was thinking, I mean, right now I'm going at a pretty steady pace. I'll probably at least get to 10, I would imagine. But if I'm still ready to do it, I'll maybe do a bit more in this, again, season. So we'll see. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.